sensations?
I hope so.
Wow, that's how an Alpina should look.
It looks amazing.
Does it good. So as you can see, it's got a nice throaty roar. Something in the back, flying about. So this is our first video on the
Alpina b3.4s 2003. Factory original, no modifications. 18-inch multi-spoke alloys. I lie, one mod, stubby aerial.
Looks great. Show you some footage of it now. So actually this is a car that's very, very different from an M3. It's actually based on the SE body spec rather than the M3, which was entirely new panels for pretty much every single car. This was based on an SE spec. Then they took front bumpers, rear bumper, spoiler, changed those parts, but everything else is actually SE spec from the 3 Series e46 of the time. Should we pop the hood, have a look underneath?
Yeah.
So in here you've got a boot release. Just here, bonnet. Flick that. Bonnet comes up. And here we are.
Fresh.
Alpina 3.4. Based on the American BMW M3 from the e46 engine. And Alpina get their hands on it and do a few tasty bits. Bore it out to 3.4 litres. Revised intake.
And a nice finish as well on the aluminium block with the black and the unfinished part at the top.
They changed the pistons as well, so it's got Marla pistons.
And you know, it's all hand built from scratch. So everything's got a nice Alpina sticker on all the parts that they've played around with. Nice one here as well.
Okay, so if I give that to you, we'll start up.
Okay, go for it.
And then we'll go for a drive.
Just flip the old camera around.
You've been in an M3, haven't you?
Yeah.
What would you say the difference is mainly?
Probably the ride quality is the biggest difference. I feel like this is a softer car
Yeah.
with a good amount of power delivery, whereas the M3 is a bit harder and it's less of a long distance cruising car.
Sure.
Whereas I feel like this car, you could take it for miles and miles and miles, not get as tired. You wouldn't notice it so much, you know. It's kind of like when I had my 6 Series. You could just take it for a long cruise and you'd be fine. You feel refreshed at the other end, you know. Whereas I feel like the M3, stiff suspension, stiffer seats, it's not really a daily drive or a long distance. It's more of a car just to enjoy on the weekends.
Sure.
Take it out for a blast, take a few guys at the lights.
Yeah.
Usual kind of business. Right. So this car's obviously fully spec'd out inside, heated seats, full electrics, automatic 6-speed gearbox with the manual override. And what's nice about the Alpina is that they've got the gear shift buttons, which you can hold the gears. You know, most Steptronics turn up, turn down. When it reaches a certain rev, the engine management system changes the gears for you. This car doesn't do that, so you can actually drive it like a full manual. And the little buttons are a nice addition on that as well. And they've got nice stitching as well. It shows you the ups and the downs, so you know everything's really nicely crafted on this car. And obviously here's all the electrics, roof mechanisms. We've got a nice, you know.
And obviously you've got one of the most important things is
the Alpina official
badging.
This is number 50.
So yeah, we're in number 50 of 150. So as you can see, it's got a nice throaty roar. Something in the back, flying about. Maybe we'll be YouTube sensations.
I hope so.